administrator this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Washington Warriors. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise, remove your cap or hat, and pay honor to America with the performance of our national anthem. Please observe proper flag etiquette by standing at attention and placing your right hand over your heart. All veterans and out-of-uniform military personnel may salute the flag. Tonight, our colors are being presented by members of the Washington High School Junior ROTC Color Guard, including Cadet Private First Class Matthew Small, Private First Class Ricky Lee, Private First Class Charles Reeves, Private Roman Chamasaranda, Private Grady Lewis, and Private Matt Whitrock. We ask that you please remain standing until the colors have been retired from the field. Tonight, the national anthem will be performed by members of the Washington High School Marching Band under the direction of Kylie Coyne. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, let's meet our starting lineups. Beginning with the introduction of the starting offense for the Watertown Arrows. Starting at a center, a 240-pound senior, number 63, Lincoln Stahl. At a guard, a 245-pound junior, number 60, Braxton Walker. At a guard, a 220-pound senior, number 78, Mason German. At a tackle, a 230-pound junior, number 51, Connor Wirches. At a tackle, a 220-pound junior, number 52, Tyler Dean. At a tight end, a 165-pound junior, number 4, Dawson Schmidt. At a wide receiver, a 180-pound junior, number 24, Cale Stevenson. At a wide receiver, a 145-pound senior, number 2, Mason Lloyd. At a wide receiver, a 170-pound senior, number 10, Evan Falconer. At a running back, a 185-pound senior, number 25, Brett Fossum. And starting at quarterback for the Arrows, a 185-pound senior, number 9, Brendan Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, the Watertown Arrows and their head coach, John Hodorf. And let's meet the Washington Warriors. And their starting defense. Starting at nose, a 205-pound junior, number 34, Aaron Thomas. At a defensive end, a 200-pound senior, number 55, Trevor Sagnas. On the end, a 205-pound junior, number 21, Jacob Woolhoy. At linebacker, a 200-pound sophomore, number 46, Gabe Frericks. At linebacker, a 205-pound senior, number 52, Ben Peterson. At linebacker, a 190-pound junior, number 33, Randolph Kapai. At linebacker, a 180-pound sophomore, number 44, Patrick Osborne. At the left corner, a 175-pound sophomore, number 20, Matt Ageman. At the right corner, a 175-pound senior, number 2, Freddie Frederick. At a strong safety, a 185-pound junior, number 13, Carson Straub. And at a free safety, a 170-pound senior, number 18, Wyatt Reitmeyer. Ladies and gentlemen, the Washington Warriors and their head coach, Chad Statham.
Watertown, bring the toss, further on to the second half. Washington will return to start the game. Forward,
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the Washington High School class of 1974, members of whom are attending tonight's homecoming game as a part of their class reunion. Welcome, class of 1974.
Welcome to Howard Field today as we have a Washington High School homecoming game as they host the Watertown Arrows. Both teams are 1-2. The Warriors with a win against Aberdeen Central, but losses to Harrisburg and most recently Lincoln last week during the President's Bowl, and Watertown with losses to Lincoln and Rapid City Stevens, but beating Rapid City Central last week. So both teams looking to get back to 500 here on the 97th Orange Letter Days for Washington. Watertown will kick off here to Washington.
Kicking is number 28, Cade Rumsa.
Number 28, Cade Rumsa to kick off here. And we're underway here at Howard Wood Field. This will be returnable from out to 5 to the 10. Cuts to the right to 15, around the 20, across the 25. And just going across the 30 is number 9, Josh Piper, getting it down to about the 32-yard line. So a pretty solid return for Piper there. Most kickoffs seem to go in the end zone, which by high school rules is automatically a touchback. So out comes the Warriors offense. They were able to only muster 14 points last week against Lincoln, due in part to Thompson just not having some time to throw, so the offensive line trying to have a way better game than they did last week. And Thompson starts in shotgun, Behrens to his right. It's a counter to Behrens on the left side. Behrens plunges forward for about a gain of 1 yard. Or actually, also on 33, so it looks like no gain on that one. It's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Warriors 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 for Washington. Thompson, the shotgun. Behrens to his left. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Piper motions. There goes back. Thompson does a screen to Piper. Caught at 30. Cuts around to the 30, about the 35 or 36-yard line. They'll set up a 3rd and long for the Warriors. That's something Washington started doing in the second half last week, is receiver screens, due in part, like I said, to the offensive line unable to really give Thompson enough time to throw. So 3rd and 7 from the 36. Thompson the shotgun, Behrens to his right. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Thompson gets a snap, drops back to throw. Throws left across the middle, caught. And across to the opposing 42-yard line is going to be number 88, Thomas Peterson. And that's a nice gain for Washington on that one. It'll be about 23 yards gained on that play. Now Thompson, now the shotgun. Warriors always run out of the shotgun, never under center. Hand off to Behrens up the middle. Behrens goes for a few yards there to about 38 or so. And so with the injury last week to receiver Cole Holstein, who is wearing a brace on his left leg, he had to be carted off the field last week in their loss to Lincoln, so he's obviously out for some time. And Behrens once again takes a handoff up the middle, small gain there, set up a 3rd and medium.
You stop at number 50, Sam Stropp for the Arrows. Gain of 2, Warriors will have.
And so 3rd and 5 for Washington now from the Watertown 36. Thompson the shotgun, Behrens to his right, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Thompson gets a snap, hand off to Behrens again up the middle. Luke Behrens will fall to the 35-yard line, gain of 1, set up a 4th and 4. Behrens didn't have true impressive of a game against Lincoln either. In fact, Washington, I believe Michael Robinson, or Michael Johnson, excuse me, had a really good game in their opening game, so that's a question why we don't see him here a little more often. But 4th down, Thompson fires to the right side and overthrew number 13, Carson Strom, and the Warriors turn it over on downs for their first possession of their homecoming game. They get down to the Watertown 35-yard line and are unable to go any further. So we'll get our first look at the Arrows offense here, led by quarterback number 9 Brandon Smith, along with receivers Evan Falconer and Jacob Van Dusseldorp, Wyatt Berner, Hunter Wagey. I'm trying to do what Rapid City Stevens did to Washington 2 years ago on their homecoming and sort of give them a scare. Washington only won on a 2-point conversion. And that's going to be a handoff up the middle to, I believe, number 24, yes, Cale Stevenson.
24, Cale Stevenson for the Arrows.
It's gained 2 yards, set up a 2nd and 8.
Ben Peterson. Up to number 55, Trevor Sagnas for the Warriors. Gain of 2.
I said it was a thriller. People thought Washington was going to run over Stevens, and they didn't, and it ended up being quite the homecoming game. Washington trying to avoid that this year. Handoff again to Stevenson. He cuts to the left side and goes, or bats Brett Fossum.
Ball carried by number 25.
Looks like the Arrows have a running back by committee set up here.
By number 15, Carson Strong.
So that will be good enough for a first down at the 45-yard line.
Good enough for an Arrow first down. Arrows continuing 1st and 10 on their own 45.
And so 1st and 10 from their own 45. Smith in the shotgun. Gets a snap. And he had an interesting little play there. They gave it to number 2, Mason Lloyd, on a little receiving, sort of a handoff to receiver there. And that just, sort of an ender on more. That's what you'd call it. That loses 2 yards, so it makes it 2nd and 12. So we've yet to see Smith pass here. Watertown coaches. Interesting here. Watertown looks to be confused here, but now they're getting everyone to the line. The line and some receivers set, others are just sort of around Smith. Now Smith in pistol gets a snap. Receiver screen caught. Or running back screen more. That's Brett Fossum, and he gets up to about the 47-yard line. Short gain. They also have a 3rd and long.
Number 33, Randolph Pie, brings him down for the Warriors. Gain of 4. Arrows will have 3rd and 8.
So 3rd and 8 for the Arrows here from their own 47-yard line. Smith goes in the pistol. Fossum behind him. 2 receivers on each side. Now receiver motions. It's Lloyd. Smith back to throw. Throws to the right side. Caught. And getting that first down is Evan Falconer.
Pass completed to number 10.
And the Arrows have
For the Arrows.
converted. Have thrown a pass and have converted it.
For the Warriors.
So that's good enough for a first down at the 37-yard line. Gain of 16.
We're now in Warrior territory. 1st and 10 on the 37.
Smith in the pistol, 2 running backs in the backfield. Handoff up the middle. And going nowhere is going to be Brett Fossum. And he'll actually lose some yards, I believe, on that one. See where they mark it. Actually, no, they're just going to say, yeah, they're just going to say his forward progress was the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10, ball on the 37-yard line. Smith in the pistol, 2 backs, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Smith, high snap, gets it. Looking left, under pressure, rolls right, now runs up the middle, and he runs to the 35. See where they mark it, but it will set up a 3rd and long, regardless, 3rd and 9. So gain of 1 yard. Honestly, receivers recover on the left side, look to his right side, they recover too, sort of try to take up the middle, but Warriors were ready for that. 3rd and 9 from the 36. And Watertown seems to, Washington definitely seemed to have easier time getting the plays. Watertown seems to be kind of having about 2 or 3 plays at a time. 3rd and 9, Smith in the pistol, gets a snap, drops back to throw. Smith fires deep left, right side, and he overthrew Evan Falconer. Falconer
Intended for number 10,
slightly
Evan Falconer.
had
Defended by number 20,
20 Matt Ageman beat
Ball's incomplete.
on that one.
Oh, we're up 4th and 9
But-
to the Arrows.
Like I said, the overthrow by Brandon Smith. So I'll set up 4th and 9, and the Arrows will go for it. No. What are they trying? Oh, is this a field goal attempt? Wow. 53 yards. Snap, spot, kick on the way. It's got the distance. And it's good.
That's a 53
A 53-yard field goal by Cade Rumsa.
My kicker, Cade Rumsa.
Wow. Okay. You don't see kicks like these at Hardwood Field, so that's why I was a little shocked there. But Watertown out to a 3-0 lead with 5:03 to play in the first quarter. We'll be right back.
That scoring drive by the Arrows, 9 plays covering 29 yards, took 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Ended with the field goal by Cade Rumsa. 5 minutes, 3 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Watertown Arrows 3.
So welcome back to Hardwood Field here. That was a 53-yard kick by Cade Rumsa. He has the wind with him, 21 miles an hour, so that helps, but still, that's an impressive leg. Impressive kick by Rumsa regardless. Not as powered, but heavy accuracy on that too. And Rumsa is back on the field to do the kickoff here. So obviously, teams going, should we say northwest is probably the best way to say this, the way Hardwood Field is. Teams going to northwest will have a significant wind advantage. And southeast, not so much. Ball having to be held there on a tee for a kickoff because of the wind, and that one goes through the end zone. So first kickoff short of the end zone, second kickoff beyond the end zone. And out comes Warriors offense for their second look, our second look at the game at the Warrior offense. So it begins. Thompson the shotgun. Barons to his right, trips right, and handoff to Barons up the middle. He is met behind the line. That's a loss at 2. And 5, Brett Fossum, running back slash linebacker. We'll see him on both sides of the ball today. So 2nd and 11 now, loss of 1. Thompson the gun, Barons to his right. Thompson drops back. Quick receiver screen, caught by Piper at the 15, across the 20, across the 25 to 30, and being finally tackled down at 31. If he had been able to avoid that tackle by Sam Strope, he might have been gone. But it's a gain of 12 and enough for Washington first down. So, like I said, with the Washington offensive line, receiver screen seemed to be the way to go. Piper is obviously a favorite target of Thompson. You've seen in past games, including a game where he had a couple touchdowns. So definitely focus on him today, number 9. He's at the second. He's the second receiver to the bottom of the screen here, and we can get it. No, Thompson the shotgun. Handoff. That's number 28. He's to the left side, across to the 40. And fumbles the ball, and Thomas Peterson, oh no, that's going to be a Watertown football. They definitely know they have it. So, Blessing Tanaya gets the call on that one, has a decent run, but fumbles it. Now what you want to win your first carry of the game. There to spell Barons there, and he has a good run, but can't hold on to it. So the Arrows offense will get the ball back. And it'll be 1st and 10 with 4:20 to play in the first quarter for the Arrows offense from the Washington 48-yard line. Smith, handoff to Fossum up the middle, and Fossum fights his way to about the 46-yard line. Small gain there, set up 2nd long.
Ball carried by number 25, Brett Fossum for the Arrows.
So Warriors, real different here. I mean, it's very early in the game, but this dominant Warrior offense of the past few years names like Johansson and Capella kind of been replaced with kind of back down to earth here, if not a little below earth, with the last few showings. But they're new, they're trying to find themselves out here, and that's going to be a flag. Most likely on the offense. Yep, that's a false start. Our referee today is Darren Berg, and he calls a false start on the Arrows to send them back to their own 49-yard line. Make it 2nd and 13. So 2nd and 13 here. Smith in the pistol. Lloyd motions. Smith drops back to throw. Deep drop. Rolls up. Fires left side. Oh, he's got a man wide open. That's a touchdown. Wide open is Dawson Schmidt, and that's a 51-yard touchdown pass from Brandon Smith to Dawson Schmidt. And the Arrows are out to a 9-0 lead with 3:27. And, well, the Arrows not taking anything away from the players here at all. They've played great, but the wind really helping them here. They got 53-yard kick and now a long touchdown. I'm not saying Smith can't throw it. That's what I haven't seen him play before. He very well could, but that definitely, and that extra point is heading over to the locker rooms. How far that's going to go. This point's good. 10-0 Arrows here. And like I said, you know, you wonder if Washington will be able to take advantage of these same opportunities in 3 minutes when they switch sides of the field. And yeah, it's really, Watertown's out to a 10-0 lead here. And you know, Watertown had 2 poor showings against Lincoln and Stevens, not just losses, but double-digit losses there. Win to beat Central by 7 points and made
unrivaled agility and SDN's managed cybersecurity services help Hank connect and serve all of his office locations with ease. Up your IT game with SDN's reliable broadband
Washington
network. Enjoy the uptime.
Obviously an impressive win against Everett
Central, and SDN's managed cybersecurity services help Hank connect and serve all of his office locations with ease. Up your IT game with SDN's reliable broadband network. Enjoy the
early in the season. This is not at all what the teams will look like. This could not be what the teams look like in November. You never know. So out comes the Warrior offense here. Last drive obviously resulted in a turnover that led to a touchdown. So, and facing a 2-possession game here early on. We'll see what Thompson and company wants to do. Thompson the shotgun gets snap, hand off right side, and getting a hole and fighting for an 8-yard gain is Blessing Tanea.
Number 28, Cade Rumsfeld for the Arrows. Correction, number 28, Blessing Tanea for the Warriors.
So Tanea, after fumbling, gets the ball right back. Interesting. They must likely see out of him. Thompson now hands off to Tanea again. He cuts the left side. He's out first down across the 30 into the 33-yard line. The Warrior defense having a little meeting, obviously. They've given up 2 scores on 3 possessions, so they're looking to make that number a little better here. Warrior first down here. So now number 22, Michael Johnson's in at running back. Thompson the gun. Hand off Johnson up the middle. Johnson trying to fight, and he's going to maybe gain a yard or have the ball stay where it is.
He stopped by number 63, Lincoln Stahl for the Arrows. 40 yards, Warriors will have 2nd and 9.
Warriors facing a 2nd and 9 here from the 34-yard line. Thompson the gun. Johnson to his right. 2 receivers left. Thompson. And fakes the handoff, and he's going to be thrown down by number 25, Brett Fossum, being assisted by number 53, Will Lossing. And once again, the Warrior offensive line, like I said, is starting to show that it can't give Thompson as much time as he would like. And we're going to get a timeout here, I believe. Timeout. Watertown. So we'll be right back. It's 10-0 Arrows with 1:48 to play in the first quarter from Howard Wood Field. So 3rd and 16 here. Welcome back. And interesting strategy. The Arrows using a timeout here, obviously trying to get Washington to punt into this 21-mile-per-hour wind. So if it helped Watertown make a 53-yard field goal, imagine how much it can harm a Warrior punt. 3rd and 16 from the 27. Thompson the gun. Gets a snap. Short receiver, so that's picked off at the 30 to the 25 to the 20 to the 15 to the 10, and he is taken out short of the end zone. That's number 11, Jacob Van Dusseldorp. And so Watertown Warriors don't punt, but I think Watertown's going to be very satisfied with the result. Thompson throws a pick, and the Arrows are very close to making this a 17-0 game in the first. Wow. Now what you want to do on homecoming, you usually when you're a Sioux Falls school, you schedule a non-Sioux Falls, non-branded school. You know, you usually see them as easier to win against. And sometimes that isn't true, and that appears to be the case today as Watertown's coming in and, at least for right now, quieting the Warriors student section. The self-proclaimed best student section in the state, it is pretty good. But Smith in the shotgun here for the Arrows, gets a snap and handoff up the middle and losing some yards, or getting back to the line. It's Brett Fossum. We'll see where they mark him. Oh, there will be a loss of 1. So 2nd and goal from the 7. Smith in the shotgun. 2 backs in the backfield. 2 receivers to his right. Smith, handoff up the middle, and taken down at the 10-yard line is Cale Stevenson. So Watertown has lost 4 yards on 2 plays here and are looking to still get that 17-0 lead. How big that would be at this point. That'd be a 3-possession game in the first quarter. So 3rd and goal from the 10. Smith and pistol. Fossum in the backfield. 2 receivers on each side. Smith gets a snap, drops back to throw. Throws right, looking end zone. Evan Falconer, he's dropped it. Or...
Quarterback Brandon Smith intended for number 10, Evan Falconer for the Arrows.
Wasn't able to hold on to that one. So they'll send out Cade Rumsa. You know, that's one of those side of the end zone that we're opposite of, so that could have been defensed well or it could have been dropped, not sure. Watertown trying to make this a 27-yard kick here. Snap spot, kick by Rumsa's up, and it is no good. He missed it left. And Watertown gets the ball at the 6-yard line and ends with a missed field goal. We have an injury. That's going to be number 24, Cale Stevenson, the running back / defender. And he is on the ground here. And we are going to take a break. 10-0 Arrows, 31 seconds left in first quarter. We'll be right back. Hardwood Field here. Cale Stevenson being helped out the field, looking like he doesn't want to. Yeah, I'm not sure, but nonetheless, he's being helped off. Coach on each side of him, so chance that we don't see him back in this game, but it seems like Fossum's the main running back in this running back by committee that the Arrows use. So Washington gets the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 20 after the Arrows missed field goal. Thompson the shotgun. Gets a snap, handoff Behrens on the left side. Luke Behrens gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss, a couple yards. And we're going to get a timeout. So, you know, I get the Watertown strategy with trying to get Washington punt in the win, but you don't have the timeouts to make that really to make that happen, because you already used one on the last drive. You got the interception, failed to score points, come back, and now they have one timeout. So really, they could set up a 3rd down with about 20 seconds left, 18 seconds left, and then Washington can just run the ball or whatever and punt in the wind. Or you might see Washington pat. It might work out. But if you're Washington, if it's 3rd and semi-short, I'd say you run, because if you're stopped, oh well, you don't have to punt into this wind. We'll see what the strategy is here. Thompson in the gun, Behrens to his left, 2 receivers left, 1 right. 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Thompson gets snap, handoff, Behrens up the middle. Luke Behrens gets to about the 22-yard line. That's going to be another timeout, I believe. Are we not going to get a timeout? Watertown will let this clock run down. So interesting, very interesting use of timeouts here by Watertown. End of the 1st quarter, 10-0 Arrows over the Warriors. We'll be right back. You're watching high school football on Kalearn and YouTube Live.
Watertown Arrows 10.
With a 3rd and 8 from their own 22-yard line. Thompson, the shotgun, trips right, under pressure here, rolls left, and he is going to be able to get it off. Last second throw to Thomas Peterson. Hauls it in at around the Watertown 37. That's going to be a nice gain of 42 yards. 42-yard gain here, sits at the 36-yard line. Great catch by Peterson there. And we have a bag blowing on the field. Oh, you got to love this. It's going to blow right across the line of scrimmage. That's great. That is something. And Thompson just screened down to Piper, and Piper has trouble holding on to that one. And that'll be 2nd down. Bag has officially blown off the field. And that will now be a problem for some cameramen down there. So 2nd and 9 for the Warriors now. 1st and 10. Oh no, 2nd and 9. I'm sorry. 2nd and 9 from the 35-yard line. Thompson, the shotgun, gets snap, under pressure, looking left, throwing left, and incomplete. Looking for Josh Piper. and he can't find him. Mason Lloyd on the coverage there for Watertown. And Warriors have 3rd and 9. Warrior coaches giving the play call here. And so 3rd and 9. Can we get another crazy throw by Thompson? Thompson the shotgun, Barron's left. 2 receivers left, 1 right. And we're gonna get a timeout by Washington here. So timeout Washington, 10-0 Arrows here, 10:45 to play in the 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
The experts at Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine leverage their experience, scientific discoveries, cutting-edge technology, and commitment to keep athletes safe, all while improving every aspect of their performance. Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
Beyond the expected.
So, welcome back here. 3rd and 9 from the 35-yard line. The Watertown 35. Thompson the shotgun. Barron's to his left. 2 receivers left. Thompson low snap. Gets it under pressure. Fires over the middle. Looking for Piper. He's got a touchdown. 35-yard touchdown pass from Max Thompson to Josh Piper, and the Warriors are right back in this game. So extra point attempt by Luke Barron's now. Standard extra point yardage is 20. And he's got the win with him, so he should be fine on this one power-wise. Snap spot. Barron's kick is up. It's got the leg. It is good. Warriors strike on a 35-yard touchdown pass from Thompson to Piper. It's 10-7. We'll be right back. Back to Hardwood Field, 10-7, Watertown over Washington here. That last Washington drive was 6 plays, 1 minute 52 seconds and 80 yards, ending with a 35-yard touchdown pass from Max Thompson to Josh Piper. Barron's looks to kick off, and the ball bowls off the tee. Watertown already sort of anticipated that, and now Barron's is going to signal for someone to hold it. Like I said, 21-mile-per-hour winds from the south, obviously helping as, like I said, Howard Field runs this northwest, southeast sort of how the field is aligned. And Barron's kicks this one deep. That will go into the end zone, and the Warriors will get a touchback. Very windy. You can see the flags, people's hair, whatever else. Well, obviously that bag on the last drive too. And Watertown will start 1st and 10 from their own 20. Watertown, obviously, first two drives looked, or second and third drive of the game looked pretty good. Last one, they got the ball at the Washington 6 and missed a field goal. So looking to avenge that essentially missed opportunity there. Screen to receiver there. He will go for about 4 yards. That was number 8, Max Roble. Gain of 4. Or 6. So gain of 6 there. I'll set up second. Ball on the 26, or I'll say it's a second and 4 here. Smith in the pistol. Another screen here out to Mason Lloyd. Lloyd trying not to lose yards, but he will. Back to the 22 goes Mason Lloyd, and that's a loss of yardage. And make it 3rd and long. So 3rd and 7 for the Arrows. Smith and pistol. 2 receivers on each side of him. Fossum backfield. Now Lloyd motions left to right. Smith under pressure. Looks left. Caught. And grabbing the first down is going to be Max Roble. So Watertown getting that first down there. First down from the Watertown 32-yard line. And yeah, we've seen Roble now. 2 catches on this drive. Look pretty good, so see how much he's targeted this game. Smith and shotgun. Hand off to Lloyd. It's an end around. Mason Lloyd on the right side. Across the 35. And now set up second and medium. Good carry, but I seem to like Lloyd as one of those receivers you can run options with. Or end arounds, I should say. Arrows now with a 2nd and 4. Or second and 6 for the Arrows here. Smith in the pistol. 2 receivers on each side of him. Fossum backfield. Falconer motion. Smith throwing right side. That's going to be almost a great catch there by Dawson Schmidt. He got the touchdown earlier. He extended, leaped forward to try and get that catch, but could not, and now set up 3rd and 6. And the scoreboard has finally been can't think of the word right here, but shows they were having some problems getting the right down and distance there, so I wasn't too sure these last few plays, but it's back on. It's 3rd and 6. Watertown has Smith in the pistol. Fossum behind him. 2 receivers on each side of him. And Smith gets a snap, drops back, throws left, looking for, what a great one-handed catch by Mason Lloyd. And he extends close to midfield. That'll be enough for an Arrow first down. Gain of 13 yards. Ball's at their own 49. So first down for the Arrows now. So first and 10 for the Arrows. And we're going to get a timeout, looks like, by Watertown. Yep, so first time out, or last time out of the half, I should say, for Watertown. 7:13 to play in the first half. 10-7 Arrows over Warriors. We'll be right back. First and 10 for the Arrows here from their own 49-yard line. Smith in the pistol. Lloyd motions, now heads back to the left. And it's a receiver screen to Max Robles. And Robles across midfield. Short gain there, set up second and medium. Robles has his third catch of the game and his third catch on this drive. So they've finally started to utilize their tight end here. And Watertown slowly, not really flashy, but slowly making their way down the field. Washington's quarterback's having a little chat there on the sideline. Now Watertown with second down. Hand off the middle, Fossum. Brett Fossum gets to about the 43-yard line. Gain of 4. And they'll set up a third and short. 3rd and 2 for the Arrows now. And we'll see what the call is. Yeah, they haven't ran too much, but I could see Warriors kind of stacking the box here. I wouldn't run here, but trips right in some open receivers. Quick pass more than likely. Nope, it's going to be a quarterback keeper. There's a flag. That's going to be coming back. And Smith across the 25-yard line. Give him credit. He's by the sideline, but he's still trying to go forward. He'll take some hits. That's coming back. That's definitely coming back. Flag in the backfield. That's never on the defense unless it's a roughing the passer, and that was a quarterback. That's going to be holding. So back go the Arrows. For more than likely a 3rd and 12, but we'll see what they spot it as. See what our referee says, Darren Berg. So holding on number 63, Lincoln Stahl, will be 3rd down and 12. 3rd and 3rd. Oh, 3rd and 12 here, or 13. Worth noting that Warrior receiver Josh Piper, who caught that touchdown and is one of, like I said, their main receivers, is on the, I don't know what you call it, the injury table. Just getting looked over. He's sitting down there, looks, not sure what, doesn't look too serious, but we'll keep looking down there. 3rd and 13 for the Arrows here. Smith drops back to throw. Throws over the middle, incomplete. That was close to being intercepted there by number 3, Joseph Utek. Pass to Falconer wasn't close to Falconer, and like I said, more closer to the Warrior defenders. So here comes your punt, and this is going to be into the 21 mile per hour. Now, it may not be at 21 right now, but it'll be tough. Warriors should get some pretty good field position here. A low punt, low snap, and getting it. Oh, wow, that's blocked. And that will roll for a good spot for the Warriors at the 48. So that's 2-yard punt as that gets blocked. He had a low snap. Not as entertaining as last week's Washington punts with Luke Behrens, who had some problems with the snap and would run around a little bit. It's amazing, got those off. But this one, just low snap. I thought he had some time there, but Washington was able to block it. So Warriors with good field position here. Chance to tie or take the lead. Thompson in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, one left. Hand off to Blessing Tanea. And Tanea across the 45 to the 44-yard line. Again at 4 yards. Good for a 2nd and 6. So Thompson the shotgun, Tanea to his left. Thompson gets a snap, throws over the middle, and that's almost intercepted by Mason Lloyd, and he's upset with himself. He couldn't get that. Intended receiver was Tyus Hansen. Like I said, Lloyd almost had an interception there. So right now, momentum is sort of in the middle here. It was Watertown's. Washington scores here. They'll have it for sure. They're down for the Warriors. Thompson the shotgun. Tanea to his left. Two receivers left, one right. Thompson gets a snap, and it's going to be a direct carry, quarterback sneak. It's not your everyday quarterback sneak. It's sort of a delayed quarterback sneak, which, I mean, got a first down, and yeah, you're not really prepared for that. So it's a good play by Thompson. He's a quick guy, but like I said, sort of just stood there like Tanea had it. And with 4:29 to play in the second, it's first down and 10. Hand off to Tanea up the middle. He gets across the 25 or 35 inside the 30-yard line.
Number 28, blessing Tanea with the handoff.
So Tanea,
He's down by number 11, Jacob.
they'll make it second and medium here. Or second and short, actually.
Number 50, Sam Strout from Heroes. Gain of 9, Warriors have second.
Gain of 9. And Tanea looks to be the Warriors' answer running back here. It hasn't been Behrens the past few weeks. Johnson doesn't get a lot of carries, so it looks like it's Tanea. Tanea goes to the left side. He breaks the tackle across the 25, inside the 20 or just at the 20-yard line. And good enough for a Warrior first down. Tanea, worth noting, is a sophomore, which is the same grade class that Tupac Capello was in when he started his run with Washington. So Thompson the shotgun, Tanea to his left. Thompson, hand off to Tanea up the middle, and Tanea across the 15, inside the 10, takes an arrow with him to the 5-yard line, and they'll set up a first down and goal inside the 5 in Washington. Who's looking? These are shades of the old Warriors here with this heavy run game and the successful run game. So first and goal from the 6. Under 3 minutes to play in the half. Thompson the shotgun. Tanea to his right. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Thompson, hand off to Tanea to the left side. Stumbles and gets hit and ball's out. And I believe the Warriors landed on that one pretty quick. And it will stay with Washington. So no gain on that one. And second and goal from for the Warriors now. And we're going to get a timeout with 2:22 left. So 2:22 to play in the half. Warriors take a timeout. They're down by 3 with second and goal, and we'll be right back. Welcome back here to Howard Field. Arrows up 10-7 over the Warriors on Washington's homecoming, but that may change very soon here. Warriors have a second and goal from the 6-yard line. Seeing formation here. Thompson gives it to Behrens up the middle. Luke Behrens to about the 5-yard line, so short gain. Like I said, Behrens doesn't seem to get too many yards here when they ran him here tonight. So see what the Warriors do with third and goal from the 5-yard line, and we'll see if Washington, do they go for field goal to tie it, or do they go for a touchdown? Probably the field goal, because they don't get the ball to start the second, and they don't know what they want to do either. So we're going to or not with that, but they're not sure what they want on third down, so they'll take a timeout here, and we'll be right back.
Another timeout for the Warriors. That's their final one of the half. Coming up at halftime, we'll have a performance by the Washington High School Marching Band. And their 2019 show, Rivers and Roads. That's coming up at the half.
Welcome back here. 1:47 to play in the half. Watertown up 10-7 over Washington. And the Warriors with a 3rd and goal. Thompson the shotgun. 2 receivers left. Looks like Blessing Tanai in the backfield. Thompson drops back to throw. Looks for Tanai. That one's batted down at the line. Batted down by Jacob Van Dusseldorp. And we'll get the field goal unit out for the Warriors. It looks like. Or, yeah. So on is Luke Behrens for about 22-yard field goal attempt here. Just a little longer than an extra point. Ball's pretty center. He's got the wind going with him. So not too hard here to tie it up. Behrens to tie it up here. Snap, spot, kick by Behrens is up. It's got the distance, and it is good. Tie game at 10 with 1:39 to play here, and we'll stay with you. This has been a tale of two first half. It was really a tale of 2 quarters. In first quarter, Watertown starts off by kicking a 53-yard field goal. That's how we knew how good the wind was here. After that, they score on a nice long touchdown pass to Dawson Schmidt. And following that, they get an interception on the Warriors near the end of the first quarter. They return it to the 6-yard line. They have 1st and goal from the 6. From there, the Warriors proceed to shut down the Arrows and force a 4th and goal from the 10. Watertown attempts a field goal where Rumsa misses it left. And from there, Warriors have scored on a nice touchdown pass to Josh Piper, and recently there with the field goal. They've turned to Blessing Tanaya at their running back, and he seems to definitely be working. And so with 99 seconds left in the first half, Watertown gets the ball. They have no timeouts, but they do get the ball to start the second. No team has any timeouts, that's worth saying. Kickoff by Behrens barely goes in the end zone, but it does. It's a touchback. Falconer watches it go just over his head. So the Arrows offense, Brandon Smith will have 1:39, no timeouts, to see what they can do with this possession. It's worth noting they are going into the 21-mile-per-hour wind, so I'm not sure how likely a field goal attempt is here. But like I said, Warriors with 10 unanswered points, and the Arrows looking to answer back and spoil Washington's homecoming. It's a handoff up the middle, or quarterback keeper with Brandon Smith up the middle. He's going to plow his way for a 1st down, and ball's out, and Washington thinks they have it. Washington says they have it, and they do. I was just about to compliment Brandon Smith and the Arrows still out there talking to the referees, and that's going to be that for that Arrows possession. I was just about to compliment Smith and say he's not afraid to take those hits. I like that. He is quarterback linebacker, 6'1", 185. In comparison, the Warrior quarterback, Max Thompson, is 6'2", 200, so Thompson's actually bigger. But Smith not afraid to take those hits up the middle, and then he fumbles. So maybe do slide there. Warriors have the ball, 1st and 10, with 31, or at the 31-yard line. Thompson hands off to Tanaya on the right side. Tanaya gets wrapped up beyond the line for a loss, and a flag comes in, most likely holding. We'll see what the call is. So holding on the offense, Alex Hafner. So that will bring the Warriors back to the 41-yard line with a minute 25 and a half. First and 20 for the Warriors. Thompson the gun. Tenai to his left. Thompson. Receiver screen out to Behrens. To 40, across the 35, across the 30, inside the 20-yard or inside the 30-yard line, and down at about the 22-yard line. So they get all of it back, plus almost getting the first down there. They'll make it second down and short. And Thompson hands off to Tenaya, again up the middle. Tenaya gets a hole. Tenaya to about the 12-yard line. That's good enough for a Washington first down. The clock stops as they move the chains, just like in college. Or does it? Clock running here. 38 seconds, 37 seconds. Thompson in the shotgun, gets a snap. Looking left, firing left, end zone just a little bit high for Carson Strum. And I'll make it second and 10 from the 12. Warriors trying to take the lead here going into half on their homecoming game. And we have a flag. See what the flag is here. Referee Duncan or Darren Berg.
Under half a minute remaining in the half.
An eligible player downfield for 79. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
So an eligible player downfield will send the ball back to the 17-yard line, first and 15. Thompson drops back, throwing right, complete. Is it complete? Yes, it is. To Tyus Hansen, so 20 seconds left. Warriors got to get it up here, 22nd down, and will they clock it? Or go, probably give one play here, 13 seconds. Thompson gets a snap, drops back, can't take a sack here, rolls up, and will throw it to Tyus Hansen, who couldn't get the one-handed catch at the one. And with 5 seconds left, Warriors will send out the field goal unit, I believe. So Luke Behrens to give the Warriors the lead at half. We'll have about a 30-yard field goal right hash. Holder is Max Thompson. Yep, so 30 yards right hash with the wind. Behrens to give the Warriors a 13-10 lead at half. Snap, spot, kick by Behrens is up. It is wide left, it looks like. Wide left, and we're going to go into half 10, or no, there is 1 second. I spoke too soon. There is 1 second. They will not have okay. So they will send it to halftime 10-10. We're all tied up here. Washington, Watertown on Washington's homecoming game. We'll be right back after the halftime performance by the Washington Marching Band. You're watching high school football on YouTube Live and K-Learn.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field To perform their 2019 show, the Washington Warrior Marching Band. Tonight, the Warrior Marching Band will be performing their 2019 program, Rivers and Roads, with music written and arranged by Jamie Ween Whitmarsh and senior pianist Alexis Fenhouse. Their music includes Vedrik Smetna's The Moldau and the traditional folk song Shenandoah. They will also perform the song Rivers and Roads by the band The Head and the Hearts. Soloists include Alexis Fenhouse on piano, Emily Weisenberger on English horn, Brianna Huff, Kayla Holliday, and Lauren Visser in the color guard, Andrew Ellis and Jacob Hine in the drum line, Emma Jensen on alto saxophone, and Emmanuel Michael on guitar. Drum majors Emmanuel Michael, Adam Clancy, and Cassandra Fox. Is your band ready? Washington Warrior Marching Band, you may take the field in a homecoming performance of Rivers and Roads. Ladies and gentlemen, the Washington Warrior Marching Band with Rivers and Roads. Staff members include in color guard Brittany Tilke, on percussion Austin Herbal, sound technician Simon Keller. Director is Kylie Coyne. Assistant director is Ben Harder. The Washington Warrior Marching Band will be competing in their first competition tomorrow at the Waseca Marching Classic in Waseca, Minnesota. Future competitions include the Tri-State Band Festival in Laverne, Minnesota, the Youth and Music Band Championships at the U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, and the Pottstown Field Marching Competition at the Dakota Dome in Vermillion. They will also serve as hosts and an exhibition performance at festival bands here in Sioux Falls on October 5th. Ladies and gentlemen, the Warrior Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the Booster Club has been selling 50-50 raffle tickets in the stands this evening. Tonight, one lucky winner is going to go home with $298 as a part of that support for the Washington High Booster Club. Get your tickets out and check your number. Winning ticket number is 70083. 7,083, 70083. If you have ticket 70083, see the representative on the track near the cheerleaders. You're our lucky winner. And thank you for supporting the Washington High Booster Club. Please welcome back the Washington Warriors.
Welcome back. Start of the second half here at Howard Wood Field. 10-10, Washington and Watertown. Your halftime stats. For Watertown, Brandon Smith, 6 of 10 for 97 yards and 1 touchdown, and 2 rushes for 12 yards, but a lost fumble. Wide receiver Dawson Smith, 1 catch for 51 yards. Evan Falconer, 1 catch for 16 yards. Schmidt also had a 51-yard touchdown on that 1 catch. 5 rushes for 13 yards for Brett Fossum. And 2 catches, 13 yards for Max Robel. And for Washington, Max Thompson, 8 of 14 for 138 yards, 1 interception. Luke Barron, 7 rushes for 80 yards. Blessing Tanaya, 8 rushes for 60 yards. He seems to be the back to go to. Josh Piper, 3 catches, 50 yards and a touchdown. And Thomas Pearson, 2 catches for 64 yards. So, as we start the second half, well, Watertown came out to a quick 10-0 lead. Looked like they were about to go up 17 or at least 13-0, but they couldn't score on it after getting the ball first and goal at the 6 on an interception, and they missed the field goal. And Washington got it back and has had momentum ever since, and that's why it's 10-10 at half. Washington kickoff for Luke Barron's while being held down due to the 21-mile-per-hour wind, and the ball's bobbled. Okay, so it was bobbled by Falconer at the 2. Kind of went up and out of his hands. He caught it back in the end zone, and of course, by high school rules, that is a touchback. Interesting. I'd find that more to be the ball would still be live, but seems like a easy way to get 20 yards. Little loophole in the rule there. So Watertown, starting with a 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Smith in the shotgun, Fossum to his right. 2 receivers on each side of him. Mason Lloyd motions left to right. And hand off up the middle, Brett Fossum. He plows forward. So the wind is now at 23 miles per hour, gusting at 31. So that will really play a role into the game here as it's going from the south. So from the camera angle, the team going to the left is the team that will have the wind advantage. Temperature also in the high 80s. It's hot and windy out here in mid-September here in Sioux Falls. And hand off to Fossum again, and he is going to be stopped behind the line for a loss of a few yards there. Stopped by Aaron Thomas for Washington. They'll make it 3rd and 11 from the 19-yard line. And the arrow rushing game doesn't seem to be quite potent, especially compared to the Washington run game. And Smith, running back screen caught by Fossum. Will he get to the line? Maybe. So that really didn't go anywhere, and now Watertown will send out the punting unit. So a very dismissal drive there by the Arrows to start the second half, and the Warriors, who have the momentum, will get the ball back. And so it looks like Josh Piper has some sort of sling or something on his left arm. I can't imagine he's playing. So he doesn't have his helmet on. He presumably is out for the rest of this game. So Warriors down their one of their best receivers here. So no, Piper, he's got his left arm in a sling. He's not playing the rest of. He's out by other injured receiver Cole Holstein, who was carted off the field last week. So Warriors down 2 receivers this season already. We'll see how long they're out for. And that handoff to Blessing Tanaya. So Warriors get the ball on the 49-yard line. Doesn't go too far. And I'll make it 2nd and 11. Actually, loss of 1. Thompson the shotgun. Tanaya to his left. 2 receivers right. Thompson, handoff to Tenaya. Up the middle, he's got a hole. That's a first down and more. Across the 40, 35 to 30, 25 to the 20, 15 to the 10. Blessing Tenaya to the 2-yard line. And Tenaya's limping here. 50-yard run there. And so Tenaya will sort of be a little gimpy coming off the field. That's definitely something to watch. Now, he's been a huge focal point here of the offense. First and goal, Thompson under center. And Thompson will try and sneak it. He'll be short, I believe, and there's a flag.
Full start. Offense. The 6. 5-yard penalty. Remains. First down.
False start on running back Luke Behrens there. So Warriors will get a first and goal now from the 7 instead of the 2. Interesting formation for the Warriors. So as Tenaya hops up on the injury table, they're definitely looking at a leg. But our focus is on the field right now as Thompson goes in the shotgun. Behrens to his left, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Hand off to Behrens up the middle. Luke Behrens is going to be stopped at the 7-yard line. Second and goal from the 7. Thompson in the gun. Behrens to his left. Thompson gets a snap. Under pressure, he's going to go down. And Brett Fossum, the running back linebacker for Watertown, sacks him at about the 16-yard line. So not a great look. But the Warrior offense sort of shades of what the Arrows offense did in this same end zone earlier in the half. So it'll be a 3rd and long. 3rd and goal from the 15. Thompson the gun. Behrens to his left. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Thompson gets a snap. Drops back to throw under pressure. He's going to go down. Brett Fossum again, and this Warrior line that had these problems last week in the loss to Lincoln cannot give Thompson enough time to throw. And so, what are they going to do here? It's going to be 4th and what is happening? Okay, so Thompson comes back. So they're going to try a field goal. This will be about 37 yards left hash mark. Now he has that wind I was talking about, 23 gusting at 31. Seems pretty okay right now. On snap spot, Luke Behrens' kick is up. It's got the distance. It is good. And Washington, 13 unanswered points here going back into the first half, had their first lead on their homecoming. 13-10 Warriors over the Arrows. 6:47 to play in the 3rd quarter. We'll be right back.
That scoring drive by the Warriors, 6 plays, covering 31 yards for 3 minutes and 43 seconds. Ended with the 37-yard field goal by Luke Behrens. 6:47 remaining.
Welcome back to Hardwood Field here. Washington with their first lead on their homecoming day, the 97th annual Orange Letter Days for the Warriors. As they lead against the 13-10 against the Arrows, 13 unanswered points. And Behrens with the kickoff here. And that one goes into the end zone for a touchback. So the Arrows will come back out now on offense. A 3-and-out and not too impressive looking on their first drive there. Washington with a pretty solid drive there. So, 1st and 10 for the Arrows here. Smith in the pistol. Gets a snap. Handoff for right side to Mason Lloyd on an end around, and he's not going to go. So they've had this little end around play with Lloyd a couple times here, and it hasn't looked too great. So it'll be 2nd and 9 now. Warriors student section doing the famous roller coaster. That's a very fun thing they like to do. And so Smith, handoff up the middle to Fossum. Fossum's taken down behind the line. And so the Arrows offense has looked pretty stagnant. The run game is non-existent this half, or most of the first half. And so we'll see where Brandon Smith can get the passes going here. So Blessing Tanaya is sitting down on the track right by the injury table. We're just going to, like I said, monitor that situation. He was doing pretty good for Washington. Stretching here, it looks like. And Smith fires on 3rd down, incomplete. No, that's not an interception. Frederick wants it to be, but that ball hit the ground before it hit his hands. Intended receiver number 4, Dawson Schmidt. And the Arrows go 3 and out again. So the punt there will go past the 50, roll out of bounds at the 44-yard line. And that's where 36-yard punt, and that's where the Warriors will get the ball here. So the Warriors' offense looked pretty good here, like I said, but the two questions, well, not the question, Josh Piper is out. You're not wearing a sling and coming back in the game. I highly doubt that. So he's out for the rest of the game. Tanaya is grabbing his helmet right now. He came off limping last run, and he will start kind of doing some sprints across the sideline. Could see him come in here at any time. They'll go with Michael Johnson as the running back here. Thompson in the shotgun. Johnson to his right. And a quick screen pass out to, I believe that's Luke Behrens. That is. He crosses midfield and is going to be just short of the 1st down. Will be 2nd and short. So Behrens more of a wide receiver, and I think that's a good fit for him. Running back just doesn't seem to have the strength to be able to break those tackles. Wide receiver, fast guy, looks like that'd be a good position for him. Michael Johnson here with a good run. And that will get the 1st down. About a 7-yard run there by Johnson. So the Warriors will get the ball. We have the ball with 4:48 to play in the 3rd at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Thompson, the shotgun. Johnson to his right, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Tyus Hansen at the bottom of your screen there. And Thompson goes back to pass, looking Hansen's way, throwing for Hansen. That is that intercepted? Did he stay in bounds? The referee says no. And Mason Lloyd is arguing his case that he did. And number 10, Evan Falconer, defensive back, was a little slow to get up there, but I think he'll be okay. So defensed officially is what they'll call it by Mason Lloyd. He thought it was an interception. It looked pretty close. So 2nd and 10 from the 40. Thompson the gun, Johnson to his left. 2 receivers, Hansen and Behrens to the right. Strom to the left, and it's a screen to Behrens, caught, and he gets tackled. Great play there by, I believe that's number 22 for the Arrows, Braxton Reifenberger. He was already being blocked by Tyus Hansen, but he was still able to come around and catch Behrens' ankle there and trip him up and ruin the screen. 3rd and 10 for the Warriors. Thompson the gun, Johnson to his left from the 40. And handoff up the middle, Michael Johnson. He's going to get a hold to the 35-yard line. So from here, it would be around a 52-yard field goal. The wind is solid right now. And we'll see. Now they're going to go for it. So the Warriors will go for it here. 4th and 5 from the Watertown 35. Thompson the gun, Johnson to his right, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Gets a snap, Thompson looking left, throwing left. That pass is caught by Tyus Hansen inside the 20, dragging defenders to the 15 and to the 10-yard line on first down. Tyus Hansen, the senior receiver, with a nice catch and run there. I thought that was picked for a second, but no, Thompson with some good field vision there, and that'll give the Warriors a 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Thompson, handoff up the middle, and that getting the carry there. 28. So Blessing Tania's back in the game, and the Warriors are clicking on all cylinders now. 2nd and goal, or 2nd and 3 from the 4. Thompson, handoff to Tania, up the middle. Tania gets stopped at about the line of scrimmage. And a little shove there by an Arrow player on, I believe, number 84, Ben Burgers. So possible little chippiness going on here. Well, we'll just remember that in case anything happens here. Thompson, 3rd and goal, or 3rd down, fires right, end zone, touchdown Washington. It's a 5-yard touchdown pass to Tyus Hansen, and the Warriors are up 19-10. And the Warriors, like I said, are clicking on all cylinders. Warriors student section, pretty full. There. That is a 9-play, 56-yard drive that ended with a 5-yard touchdown pass from Max Thompson to Tyus Hansen. And the Warriors with 20 unanswered points. 20-10 Washington over Watertown. 2:17 playing in the 3rd quarter. And yeah, it's really
Unrivaled agility and SDN's managed cybersecurity services help Hank connect and serve all of his office locations.
9 plays, 50-yard drive, 56-yard drive.
SDN's reliable broadband network. Enjoy the uptime. Unrivaled agility and SDN's managed cybersecurity services help Hank connect and serve all of his office locations with ease.
So the Warriors up 20-10 over the Arrows. And Barron's kickoff goes through the end zone for a touchback. And so out comes the Arrows offense. Like I said, not looking the best. And yeah, we'll see what Brandon Smith and this Arrow offense to do. Down by 10 now. The game's slowly escaping from him here. Hand off to Fossum on the left side. Fossum gets a hole and takes some Warrior defenders for a ride for about 5 yards. I'll make it 2nd and medium. And Watertown, like I said, really had all the momentum until late in the first when they got the ball with a 1st and goal at the 6. Had to settle for a field goal and missed that left. And they have not scored since the first quarter. Washington, meanwhile, like I said, looking great now, and Blessing Tania really giving this team a run attack that they haven't really had this year, haven't had since Tupac Capea graduated last year. 2nd and 4 for the Arrows. Handoff up the middle, handoff up the middle. That's going to be a loss of yardage. That was Brett Fossum. Third and 6 for the Arrows from the 24-yard line. Smith, a quick receiver screen over to Evan Falconer. Falconer gets wrapped up by a horde of Warriors, and that's going to be another 3 and out for the Arrows. And so we get a timeout from Washington, 20 to 10. We'll be right back. You're watching high school football.
SDN's reliability and network protection allow you to focus on your business, but it also gives you the confidence to step away and enjoy the uptime. Howard Wood Field Wi-Fi provided by SDN Communications.
So welcome back. A little score update from across the city here at McEnany Field, where number 2 O'Gorman's hosting
unrivaled agility and SDN's managed cybersecurity services help Hank connect and serve all of his office locations with ease. Up your IT game with SDN's reliable broadband network. Enjoy the
now looks like, well, actually we should watch this here because that was a low snap there, but more importantly, he's punting in this wind here, so I can't imagine this is going to be too good of a punt regardless, but the flag on this thing, it's on Washington.
Dead ball. Closer. 5-yard penalty. Penalty yardage results for first down.
Whoa. So, encroachment makes this a first down for the Arrows. So the Arrows get a second chance on this offensive drive, thanks in part to the, not in part, thanks completely to the Washington penalty there. So hopefully Washington, for their sake, doesn't give up points, and Watertown hopefully can score here. And that's not a good start with the run being stopped short. So like I said, Cross City Lincoln beating O'Gorman. Heck, maybe this is finally Lincoln's year after a couple years of couple down years. I think this is a really great year for high school football. I think you have, obviously, I think all the Sioux Falls schools can play with anyone. Well, I'm not sure Washington's Lincoln last week, but I think all these teams have the talent to make a run at the Dome and should be a really good year. Second down now. Smith, handoff up the middle to Fossum. He cuts to the left. He's going to get a decent grain there. He's going to grab a first down, I think. Let's see where they mark it. That's the end of the third quarter regardless. And that will be a first down. So Watertown with a first down at about the 40-yard line, trailing 20-10 against Washington. We'll be right back to start the fourth quarter. You're watching high school football on K-Learn and YouTube Live. Back to Howard Wood Field. Started the fourth quarter here. Washington leading Watertown 20-10. Watertown with the ball at their own 40, but driving here, trying to get some momentum back. They've given up 20 unanswered points. Receiver screen there to Max Roble, and he's going to be taken down for loss of yardage there. And so Arrows have a 2nd and 11 from the 39-yard line. And the Warrior student section in the middle of one of their fun chants here. We try and pick those up for you during little breaks in the action. 2nd 11 from the 39. Smith and shotgun. Lloyd motion. Smith drops back to throw. Under pressure. Tries to get out of it. Kind of does, and he's going to be wrapped up and sacked. Back at the 30-yard line by... Aaron Thomas, number 34. I said this before on the last game. Credit the Warrior PA announcer and teacher Jason Luth for being able to see some of these plays that I can't, and be able to give out those numbers for like who stacked the quarterback there. That was a very hard position to see. It was across the field. But Arrows now with the 3rd and 17 from the 33-yard line. Smith in the gun. Gets a snap, drops back to throw. Under pressure, oh boy. It's a screen. Oh, that makes sense. Got by Fossum to the left side. He gets across the 40 and dives to the 45-yard line, and that'll be short. Well, that explains a horrible blocking there because of screen. As always, quarterback doesn't exactly have all day to throw on those. Warrior students now doing the let's get fired up chant. And why wouldn't you be fired up? You're about to get the ball back up by 10 on homecoming. Back to return is Joseph Utek. Logan Utek, his brother at Augustana, one of the great Warrior receivers of 2 years ago. That really helped them there win that last title they had against Roosevelt. And now returned by Joseph Utek. He gets the 20-yard line. So pretty much the same as a touchback. Warriors will get the ball. And we have an injured Arrow on the field. He is lying at the 25-yard line. And that's going to be a little injury here, timeout. So we'll be right back. It's 20-10, Washington over Watertown.
At Sandwich Children's, we offer your child the right team in the right place, providing specialized care designed for children and focused on family. The Castle of Care offers a place of healing with access to the largest team of pediatric experts in the region, all while staying close to home. Sandwich Children's is proud to support the Sioux Falls School District.
Back 20-10, Washington over Watertown here. Warriors with the ball, 1st and 10. Max Thompson hands off up the middle, blessing Tanaya, and Tanaya goes forward for about 3 yards. And Tanaya, obviously, possibly the spark that this Warrior rushing game needs. They haven't had it this year so far between Luke Behrens and Michael Johnson, but they seem to have found their guy in Blessing Tanaya, the sophomore, and move Behrens out to receiver, which is good because, as I've said, they're down 2 receivers. And so that'll be 2nd and 7 now for the Warriors. Thompson the gun. Tanai to his left. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Thompson with the snap. Handoff to Tanai on the right side. He gets across the 25-yard line and just short of the 30. So set up 3rd and short, probably 3rd and 2 or 3. And yeah, this Warriors offense, while they're hot, they've scored 20 unanswered points. And yeah, like I said, this offensive line isn't the best, so it's not going to be a really pass-heavy offense. But if Tanai can work out, then this Warrior team could be a lot better than what we've seen the first few weeks of the season. 3rd and 2 now, and handoff again to Tanai up the middle. He's going to get the first down across the 30. To the 32-yard line. So with 8:43 and counting to play in the 4th quarter, Washington's starting to really get a clamp on this game. They've only had the lead since about 5 minutes and 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. They've held on to it. 14 carries for 121 yards so far for tonight. On his 15th, he's going to go forward for about 2 or 3 more. So yeah, really a great showing here by Blessing Tenai on homecoming. He did have to go off the field for a little injury there, but he was back on in no time. And maybe the Warriors have found their replacement for Tupac Capella. Obviously the star, one of the greatest players in high school football in South Dakota history, breaking many records. And Tenai again gets the carry, and he's going to get swallowed up there. That'll be a loss of about 1. So that'll set up 3rd and medium, or 3rd and long, 3rd and 8. See what the Washington thinks of doing here. More likely a pass, but you also got to think of if that's incomplete. Just sort of trying to round the clock here. Watertown has not looked great on offense since really the first quarter. They've been pretty stagnant, so they're not too worried about them scoring 2 touchdowns here or so. But we'll see. Handoff to Nye off the middle. He's going to get close to a first down. Won't get it, but we'll take more time off the clock as we head under 7 minutes. And that'll be 4th and 2. And Max Thompson's staying on the field. I think Washington might go for it here. And you know what? Yeah, why not? No, they thought about it. But they'll send the special teams units on. Luke Behrens to punt for, I believe, the first time today. And so we'll see if the punting unit has taken care of some problems from last week. And that's a high snap. No, not too high. Behrens will get that one. Punting into the wind. Still pretty good bounce. That will actually roll. Well, that's because the wind's not going too far right now. So it'll be 20-10 here. 6:16 to play. And we'll be right back.
Arrows will begin to drive. 1st and 10 on the Warrior 23.
Welcome back. 6:16 play in the game. Watertown down by 10 with the ball back. Brandon Smith takes a snap, thought about a screen, and now goes forward. He was hit as he threw, but that's the famous tuck roll ball. Arm was coming forward. That's not going to be called for anything there. So 2nd and 10 now for the Arrows from the 23. And yeah, well, they should be passing here. The Arrow run game has just been non-existent through all quarters. Their only touchdown was a long one into the wind that I'm sure possibly helped it there. But now they're down, need some quick passing plays. Smith in the pistol. Lloyd motions, gets a snap. Drops back, rolls right, he's sacked. Sacked there by Aaron Thomas, the junior defensive lineman who seems to be making quite a name for himself here. It's worth noting that number 54, Ben Bartling, who was a starter, sort of a part-time starter on the D-line last year, has been injured for both these games. I'm not sure at the injuries. I'm not sure how long he's out for, but we're a defensive line missing a starter from last year that's still here, as opposed to many of the seniors that have left. Now Smith in the pit, shotgun. Falconer motions, gets a snap. Smith throws deep over the middle. That's intercepted. Intercepted by, looks like, number 20, Matt Agaiman. And that might be it for Watertown. 5:25 to play here, down by 10. Warriors get the ball back. And yeah, so Max Thompson, better game definitely today for the Warriors than he did last week, but a lot more rushing. Last week it was essentially a one-dimensional passing game, and if you can only pass and don't have an offensive line, that's kind of a problem. So Thompson and Tenaya come out here. Got 1st and 10 from the Watertown 44-yard line. Thompson the gun, 2 receivers right. Hand off to Tenaya up the middle, and he will fall forward for a gain of a few yards. And looks like we got a timeout here. Or no. I thought we had an injury timeout, but number 77 for the Arrows, John Torres, was able to quickly get off the field. So 2nd and 9 from the 43, now dipping under 5 minutes to play in this one. Thompson the gun, Tenaya to his left, 2 receivers right. Hand off to Tenaya up the middle. He's going to fall forward a few more yards there, so chipping away here. It'll be 3rd and long. And yeah, this really reminds me of the Warrior offense from last year. A lot of running because they have a solid running back. So, like I said, I'm not comparing him to Tubakape at all. That he was a very special football player, but the offense looking a lot more like the past offenses last year's with the Warriors. Of course, we're run heavy and had a nice win streak. Now 3rd down, Thompson throws over the middle looking for Hansen. That one's defensed greatly by number 22, Braxton Reifenberger. I'll make it 4th and 8. So send out the punting unit here. Be Luke Behrens to punt. The running back, wide receiver, kicker, punter. So punting, standing at his own 46-yard line, going into the wind. Winds kind of mild here, and Behrens. It's a nice punt there. That'll go to the 10 where it's fielded by Falconer. Across the 15, turns right to the 20, and out of bounds just short of the 30, it looks like. And with 4:06 to play, the Arrows will come back out here. Any chance really is just you got to get some quick strikes here, get your field goal or get your touchdown, get a quick stop or a turnover. But like I said, it has not looked, the Arrows offense has not looked too threatening these past 3 quarters. They just seem to sort of fall into kind of the hype of it was that 51-yard touchdown pass. And then after that, they couldn't even score with 1st and goal from the 6. So Smith in the pistol, Fossen behind him, 2 receivers on each side. Smith gets a snap, looking left, throwing left. That's caught by Mason Lloyd. Lloyd to about the 34-yard line. That's a gain of about 6. And Freddie Frederick, slightly slow to get up there, but he's going to head. No, he'll stay in the game. So 3:45 to play in this one. Sun casting some shadows on the field here, of course, as it's setting. Smith drops back, rolls right, fires right, and great defense there by the Warriors. Looked like Falconer was going to catch that, but the last second was hit, and the ball jarred loose there. I believe, I'm not sure who that was, but it's a great play nonetheless. So 3rd and 4 from their own 34. 3:34 to play in this one. Interesting how that all works out. Smith in the pistol. Gets a snap. Looking right. Firing right to Falconer. A little high and incomplete. So the Arrows have a choice. With 3:28 left and down by 2 possessions, I don't see how you don't go for it here. Punting is essentially fully conceding the game. And they will go for it. So 4th and 4 from their own 34-yard line. Smith in the pistol. Fossen behind him. 2 receivers on each side. Smith gets a snap. Looking right. Throwing right. Complete. And getting the first down is Evan Falconer at the 40-yard line. And so Watertown, you don't have all the time in the world here. Obviously the clock stops with the chains moving. But it's running now. 3:22 and going. So Smith in the pistol. Gets a snap. Drops back. Looking, throwing deep, middle of the field, and miscommunication there for sure with tight end Max Roble. That was 10 yards ahead of him. Not just overthrown, obviously Roble was running a different route, so a little miscommunication there. Wyatt Reitmeyer there on defense for Washington. He possibly had a chance for a pick, but still a little too far out of his reach even. And so 2nd and 10 from their own 41. 3:10 to play in this one. Smith drops back, rolls right, under pressure, and he's going to take off with it. And Smith crosses 45 across midfield, takes some hits and still falls forward. Fumbled the last time he did that, but this time he will hold on to the ball and grab a first down. 2:56 left in this one. Ball on the Washington 48. So this is the best drive the Arrows have had in a while, but you can't take all the time here. Smith gets a snap, looking left, throwing left, for Schmidt, and that's incomplete. Dawson Schmidt, the attendant receiver, covered by Freddie Frederick. I'll be 2nd down. And honestly, if you score no matter what, field goal, touchdown, you're going to go for an onside kick here. You have to. You have to all 3 timeouts, but essentially time will probably be in a point where if Washington gets 1 first down, that'll be the game. So Smith in the pistol. 2 receivers on each. Same formation pretty much this whole drive. Smith drops back, throws over the middle, looking, and that's almost intercepted by Wyatt Reitmeyer. Looking for Evan Falconer on that one. And Falconer, ball a little to the right of where Falconer was. And Reitmeyer should have had a pick there. That would have sealed the game for sure. So 3rd and 10 from the Washington 48. Obviously 4-down territory as they've already gone for it. So 3rd and 10 for the Arrows here. Same formation. Smith drops back to throw. Rolls right. Steps up. Fires looking for... Ooh, that was a nice hit there. Are they going to call it a catch? No. I'll say no catch. Tender receiver Jacob Van Dusseldorp. And it's 4th down. So this will be the ball game here for sure if they don't get it, you'd think. 4th and 10 from the Washington 48-yard line. Smith getting the call from Arrows and their head coach, John Hodorf. This is the game. Smith in the pistol. Fossen behind him. 2 receivers on each side. 4th and 10. Smith drops back. Smith throws over the middle. Caught by Dusseldorp, or Van Dusseldorp. Will that be is enough for a first down? See where they spot it. It is. They'll move the chains. 2:15 and counting. You know, I thought they stopped the ball, or stopped the clock on first downs here, but obviously not for too long. Same formation for the Arrows here. Smith gets a snap, drops back, throws left, caught at the 30. Mason Lloyd to the 29-yard line. That'll be a solid game, but not enough for a first down, so clock keeps ticking. 1:52. Stopped by senior linebacker Ben Peterson for Washington. And Smith in the gun. Gets a snap. Drops back, under pressure, throws right, and that's a little behind Evan Falconer. And incomplete. Third and 1 for the Arrows here. Smith in the gun. Gets a snap. Looking right. And that one's intercepted. That's going to be a pick 6. And what a way to put an exclamation on Orange Letter Days. That'll do it. Number 44, Patrick Osborne, it looks like. And the pick 6 there to seal the deal. 26-10 Warriors. That was close to a 60-yard pick 6, I believe. That's a 40. It's about 50 so yards. Luke Barron's on for the extra point here. A very happy ball boy getting ready to grab that. About 20 yards behind the field goal there, goal post. Snap spot. Barron's kick is up. It's got the distance, and it is good. 27-10, Washington over Watertown. 1:22 to play, and we'll be right back from Hardwood Field.
Successful point after.
With a minute 22 remaining in the ball game, Watertown Arrows 10 and Washington Warriors 27.
And so welcome back. 27-10 to Washington over Watertown. A great pick six there. And so a little update from McEnany Field. Lincoln up 34-16 over number 2 O'Gorman. Started the fourth quarter, and yeah, so like I said, looks like all Sioux Falls schools are clicking here. This should be a real fun high school football season for sure. As Barons looks to kick off here with a minute 22 left. One goes deep. Turned at the 5. The 10 out to the 15 to the 20. Across to 25 to the 30. Getting blockers 35 to the 40 and to the 42-yard line. Number 17, Peyton Johnson. A little too late for that to mean much, but that's still a good return by Johnson. And so I'm assuming they'll send out Smith. Could see the backup in here for Watertown, but Watertown only 90 minutes away, but not too much of a student section. And so penalty on Washington. So Watertown actually get pretty decent field position here. And so is that still first and 10? Gets a snap, drops back, throwing, and almost intercepted again. And yeah, so of course, a sight to see and a storyline to follow for the next few games is the two banged-up Warrior receivers on the right of the sideline. Cole Holstein with a brace on his left leg, who got hauled off in the cart last week, and Josh Piper, who played in the first half, caught a touchdown, but now has his left arm in a sling. So worth noting how long they'd be out for Smith. Looking deep, and Dawson Schmidt trying to Odell that at about the 4-yard line. And yeah, that ball was a little too far out of bounds, but still a nice attempt regardless. 3rd and 10 with 64 seconds to play left in this one. The I believe chant starting the Washington student section, and I think that's pretty safe to say. When Smith hit as he throws deep, is that caught? Oh, that's a great catch. Great catch by Jacob Van Dusseldorp at the 10-yard line. So Watertown with some nice plays here. Great kick return and some nice pass, but like I said, a little too late probably to affect change. 1st and 10 from the 10. 54 seconds left. That was a 34-yard pass there. Smith gets a snap, looking left, throwing left, caught by Schmidt. Touchdown Arrows. I'll cut this lead down to about 11. 27-16 now. Looks like there are talks of some storms for tonight's second game between Roosevelt and Rapid City Stevens, but the skies look pretty clear here. Game will be at 8 o'clock, obviously here on the YouTube Live channel. Game in just under an hour. Roosevelt looking to rebound after the President's Bowl loss last week to O'Gorman. So going for 2 here are the Arrows. Smith drops back, looks left, throws end zone. Dawson Schmidt, that's intercepted by Freddie Frederick, the senior corner. So going for 2, I guess, really doesn't affect your scoring opportunities, but more of, I guess, this game's out of reach. Gotta make sure we attempt these things in case we need one in a clutch moment later on down the season. And you know, the Arrows seem poised to fall to 1-3 here, but this isn't too bad of a loss. They had definitely better than the other ones they've had this year, but Watertown just, yeah, they came out really strong, and yeah, just weren't able to really get anything on the
Powerful.
offense, gave Warriors all the momentum.
Delicate.
Really only
Precise.
gave up 20 points to Washington, which is
Bold
winnable,
and
but
carefree.
20 unanswered points.
It's the
It at
way
one
you
point was
move.
27 unanswered after
And
pick
it
6, and
moves
yeah,
us.
just the running game
To
not there
deliver
today
care
for
for your
Watertown,
whole
something we got to work on in practice.
To provide
Can't
options beyond
completely
the
rely on
expected.
Brandon Smith.
To help you leave pain
And that's
in
not
the
an
past.
attack on Brandon
and
Smith. That's
find
just
your
any
way
team. You need to
forward.
balance running and passing
Orthopedics
game.
and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives.
Washington will go back to 500 at 2-2. Their game next week is against Rapid City Stevens out in Rapid at O'Hara Stadium. So we'll see how that goes. Watertown's next game is against Brandon Valley and Brandon. So another tough road game for the Arrows. They do not have they really don't have a nice start to the season with Lincoln and Washington and Brandon in their first 5 games. So they'll try the onside kick here. Cade Rumsa will attempt the onside kick here for Watertown with 49 seconds play in this one. They have all 3 timeouts. Do I think they'll use them if they don't recover it? Probably not. Rumsa slowly approaches. Ball goes very high and okay. I hope that was not an onside kick attempt because that was really bad if that's the case. But that goes out of bounds at the 27. So your rare penalty on the kicker comes into play there. 49 seconds, Washington up by 11. They have the ball. Watertown has all 3 timeouts. We'll see if Coach Hodorf will use them. So Thompson the gun, Tenaya to his left. 2 receivers right, 1 left. And handoff up the middle to Tenaya. He gets a nice hole. Across the 45 to the 50, across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Well, see, and Watertown's not using timeouts. They will have to run a play. So Thompson finishes the day, presumably 12-20 for 176 yards, touchdown and a pick. Blessing Tenaya with 20 carries for about, I'd say around 160-ish 60 yards. Their leading receiver, Thomas Pearson, 2 catches, 64 yards. But Tyus Hansen, 3 catches for 33 and a touchdown. And Josh Piper, 3 catches, 50 and a touchdown. Obviously, Piper, as I said, checked out of the game there. That's the game here. Brandon Smith, 16-30, 291 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Brett Fossum, 12 carries for 50 yards. And their leading receiver, Dawson Schmidt, 2 catches for 61 yards and 2 touchdowns. Your final score here from Hardwood Field, 27-16. Washington improves to 2-2. Watertown falls to 1-3. Mark Johnson, Jeff Loden, and Riley Ross are our cameramen. Maddie and Mackenzie Tranberg are our statisticians. It's all produced by Mike Powers. I'm August Mills. And stay tuned for the doubleheader game in about an hour on YouTube Live.
That game's 6 o'clock Mountain Time at O'Hara Stadium next week. Warriors and Rapid City Stevens. Homecoming dance for Warrior students only tonight, 8 to 11 o'clock. That'll wrap up Orange Letter Days 97th homecoming at Washington High School. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for attending this game. Up next will be a game with Roosevelt High School and Rapid City Stevens. That game scheduled to begin at 8 p.m. For my spotter, Steve Severson, I'm Jason Luke. Have a great night, and please, if you're leaving, drive home safely.